Raday, Leavy.
Alright. So, you have to excuse my voice. I'm a little hoarse today. Drinking my tea. But I was talking with my friend the other day, and we were discussing conspiracy theory. And, he texted me. He's wondering, pretty much blog about it. What do I think about conspiracy theory? Well, on the whole, if I can sum it up in just a couple of words, most of it bullshit. Most of it. It really is. It's bullshit. Guys like to talk around. Guys like to talk about it. It's always like the end of the world, or the government's always up to something, or someone's always. It's like, man, someone's always fucking with you, and it's like, it's not the case. Like, you're more, like, the way your mind works, you're more fucking with your mind than anybody's, like, messing with you, right? But for what it's worth, as far as, conspiracy theories go, like, they've always been around. There's always been an end of the world. Even then, 2,000 years ago, there was an end of the world conspiracy theory, and we now know it as the Book of Revelations, alright? And as far as as far as I'm concerned, and the rest of the world is concerned, since that time and times before, and I'm positive times after, people have predicted end of the world, and so far, none of them have been right, But as far as like a lot of the, I'll say lower conspiracy theories, there's people talking about how the governments are conspiring to do stuff and take over the world, and there's like this elite group of this fraternity that is controlled. I've heard all of it. Like, there's people that say that there's aliens that control, like reptilians and stuff like that. It's like, look, overall, I personally, I don't know. And personally, like, you really don't know. No one knows. But for what it's worth, what could you do? If they came out right now and said, yeah, we're taking over the world, one currency, one religion, one everything, like, what could you do? What would you do if, they say, here's your card, you only use this card, and that's it, right? What you gonna do if you need gas, right? You go to the thing and you give them a MasterCard. They're like, fuck you, we need the world card. Like, what you gonna do? You still gonna use the money. You gonna bitch about it, just like you're bitching about stuff now. You're just gonna continue to bitch, but you're still gonna go along with the program overall. That's for one. For two, really think about it. If there really was this group of people that just controlled money, right? If there was this group of people that was just so, there probably is, I don't know. But if there was this group of people that was so powerful that they can dictate governments, and not just like a Slovenia government, but like a U.S. government and European governments and stuff like that. If they could really do that, then honestly, like, what business do you have with that information, right? Because as far as I'm concerned, you're concerned, they're concerned, you're nobody, I'm nobody. Everybody down here is nobody. Hell, even like a lot of these, they say, oh my God, the stars are involved, and da 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 da. Like, people say, oh, Jay-Z and Kanye and Rick Ross and stuff. Like, for what it's worth, if there's people out there that control money, then, for what it's worth, Jay-Z can never make enough money to be a part of this group. Honestly, I mean, if they really like control, if they control the flow of money, then he just acquires a lot of what they already control. You know what I'm saying? So even then, like, he wouldn't make enough money to be a part of. Now, compared to you, compared to me, compared to other people, yeah, of course. Oh my God, he's got all this money. But here's the thing: it's almost like Monopoly, right? Let's say that you put a Monopoly board on the table, and you and well, not even you, but like three kids. You see three kids playing Monopoly, and one kid's got like most of the Monopoly money, and then this kid just kind of like, yeah, like, I got all the money and da 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 da. Like, it doesn't phase you. Like, it's you made that money in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you bought the game and put it on the table. Like, yeah, you got a lot of that. You got a lot of that money, but I mean, for what it's worth, if there's people that are really that high up, then all these people that you say got all this money that are all up in these conspiracies, yeah, they just acquired a lot of what they dictate, right? So, I mean, don't think too deep about it. Plus, another thing, most of y'all get your information on YouTube or the internet, and nobody can quote you these sources. Nobody can say like, yeah, this is the name of the government agent that said this. Here is a link to where where you can find the document stating that he implicitly said this. Like they say, oh well, that's what they're doing. They just da 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 da. I mean, it's not very credible. And like I said, like if there were people that high up, if you knew about it, or I knew about it, or anybody really knew about it, we wouldn't hear from them again. Like, it's not even like some Guantanamo Bay stuff. Like, they would just be erased. Like, matter of fact, like they would just like probably take you out, just probably like just put somebody else in your place and just live your life and just that's it. Hey, where'd George go? Oh shit, nigga, I'm George. You don't look like George. Fuck it. like if they have all that money and power, and here you are like talking your mess, like understand, like they on your phones and everything, like if they really can hear everything you're saying and you're really giving out all the secrets, you'd be gone by now. So one of two things. Yeah, I've said this before, I'm gonna say it again. If your dumbass knows about these conspiracy theories, if my dumbass knows about these conspiracy theories, that means either one of two things. Either A, there's nothing we can do to stop it. It's one of those things where like they fired the nuke. Nuke is already in the air, and they say, "Hey, we're dropping a nuke on you." And oh my God, there's a nuke. There's nothing you can do about it. Done. Right? Or it's complete bullshit. Either way, live your life. Like, don't live your life always ducking and covering and hiding and shit. Like, ain't no use to that. And another thing, it just kind of popped in my head. Like, a lot of these people that talk about chemtrails, stop doing that. It's stupid. It's dumb. Those are clouds that, like, when the airplanes go and you see that little white tail that's behind them, that's clouds. That's condensation. The plane, I can't explain the whole mechanics to you, but as a plane goes, it goes at such a speed, it hits the water. Oh my God, it's clouds. Okay? Honestly. All these people talking about, oh my God, they're spraying chemicals. If they were really spraying chemicals, then why? Then okay, here's what I want you to answer me. If they're really spraying chemicals up there, then how come I don't see pilots with gas masks on? Because last I checked, pilots live down here too. Pilots don't live in space. Pilots live down, so their families live down here too, right? So imagine you're a pilot and you're spraying chemtrails, and all of a sudden here you are on the ground, and all of a sudden you look up and you see more chemtrails. I mean, come on, man. If they were really spraying all those chemtrails and stuff like that, there would be no, like, they wouldn't be silent for very long. Like, all these pilots and all these jetliners and stuff, and no one says anything, and yet somehow you know about chemtrails? Come on, man. Look, like I said, get off it. Just live your life. Do what you gotta do. And we're gonna get on to the next one. With that, I'm out.